Welcome to a Coffee Break Tennis podcast style quick sip. Mr. Goat is sitting here right below the microphone, and we are going to talk about Del Potro because today's show, I accidentally didn't hit record on the microphone. So after I did the show, I realized, oh, we don't have our audio. So I had to do it again. The second time around, I somehow forgot to even talk about Del Potro. And of course, Del Potro had a heck of a week in Mexico. And let's look at Connie's tweet, because I tweeted, hey, what do you guys out there, guys and gals, think about Del Potro? And Connie says, could be Fed's biggest threat in Indian Wells in Miami. So Del Potro had quite a weekend. Let's look at his quarterfinals. He takes out Dominic Thiem, the 3 seed, straight sets, no problem. He takes out the number 2 seed, Alexander Sasha Zverev, even easier, 6-4, 6-2, in a match where we saw Zverev hold, like, I think it was, he only won 35% on his second serve. That's pretty incredible because Zverev's got a big, giant, good serve. And Del Potro, you know, you think of him for his forehand and his serve. You don't think of him as being, a defensive player, a guy who always can find a way to break serve against the best players. So pretty big-time win there, of course. Del Po takes care of Kevin Anderson very handily in the final, another straight sets win. So let's look at some of these stats from the final. In fact, before we do that, look at this highlight. Look at what Del Po does in the third game of the final against Kevin Anderson. So there you go. You know, what do you do to defend against that? If you hit a cross-court forehand that drags your opponent out wide, like, you're in a good spot. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to create an opening in the court, and then you see that happen. That's no one can defend against that. You know, even Rafa, Roger, Murray, Joker. Maybe Joker would get over there. I don't know. I don't think anyone defends against that. So let's look at the stats from that match. Del Po, 62% in, 78% win on first, 64% win on second. Very good. And then not quite that 30-something% that he held Zverev to on the second serve. He only allowed Kevin Anderson to win 42% on Kevin's second serve. And he was able to break the Kevin Anderson serve one time in each set. All you need, as I'm so fond of saying. So pretty big-time stuff from Del Potro. So many people are out in Miami and Indian Wells. Maybe we'll have Djokovic, we don't know. But we don't have Nadal, we don't have Murray, we don't have Wawrinka, we don't have Tsonga, we don't have Gasquet. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. David Goffin. He had the eye injury, of course. He tried to play a volley and hit the frame, and it bounced sideways into his eye. So Goffin is out. There's not a lot of, it's not like any of these players are super scary for Fed fans, but these are the top players that could present problems for Federer, and most of them are gone, not going to play. Maybe we'll see Djokovic. If he does play, though, is he really a threat? Who knows? Del Potro is a threat, maybe. He's like so many people tweeted me over the weekend, Matt, who do you think, after everyone found out about Nadal not being in the tournament, they said, Matt, who do you think is danger for Federer in Miami and Indian Wells? And the only person I can think of is Del Potro. And I really don't think Del Potro is that much danger, but there's no denying this is one of the best players of this era, right? He's definitely earned it, and it's a shame he's had so many injuries. He could have done so much more. So that's all I got for you today on Del Potro. Just wanted to acknowledge what a big win that was. In fact, this is the first time that Del Potro's won a 500 in a while. I'm trying to think of what his last win was. Let's look it up really quick. So I'm looking at Del Potro's titles, and he won Stockholm, it's ATP 250. He won Sydney in 2014. So Stockholm, 17, 2016. He won Sydney, another ATP 250 in 2014. We got to go all the way back to 2013 was the last time Del Potro won anything better than an ATP 250. So pretty significant when you look at it like that. Watch out for Del Po in Indian Wells. All these hardcore tennis suits the Del Po game. The only thing I want to caution people on is, remember, we got very crunk. We got very crunk on Del Potro back at the Aussie Open. A lot of people said, oh, Del Potro is the most dangerous player for Federer, and David Goffin was another one we were talking about. And we saw what happened. He turned out, Del Po was not as healthy. He looked great, he played great, but he wasn't as healthy as we thought he was. How well is he feeling now? He just won a tournament. That's good, but he also played a lot of tennis to win he's winning in straight sets. It's not a lot, but for him it could be a lot because we never know. What does it take for Del Po to be banged up again and not playing 100%. If he's 100%, let's hope he's in the other half of the draw away from Roger Federer. That way we get a chance of seeing an awesome final. We'll be back with a quick sip very soon when the draw comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow night or Wednesday morning, we'll be out with a quick sip to look at that draw and see where Delpo is, see where Federer is. If you missed today's show, I'm putting it on end screen right here. Click today's show. Click the circle with a Coffee Break Tennis logo to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And for me and Mr. Goat, we're out of here. We'll see you on Thursday. We'll actually see you. By the way, you don't qualify for a shirt if you comment on today's video. I mean, today's video, not today's no video podcast only. Got it? Okay, don't forget, first comment, 20th comment gets a free shirt. Coffee Break Tennis. Well, all right, that's it for us today on this very brief podcast edition. Maybe I'll do this more often when something big happens and I don't have time to make a full video and do all the editing. I'll just pop one of these bad boys in there. Comment below. Let me know what you think about that. Make sure you click on the logo right there. This is the end screen. Click the logo to subscribe to Coffee Break Tennis. Click the one with Peter Freeman, Tennis Genius, over there, who founded Crunch Time Coaching. If you want to get better at playing tennis, you can click there, subscribe, or just browse through and see if there's something there that can help you with your game. And of course, click right there, baby, for today's full show to get all that Coffee Break Tennis goodness. Me and Mr. Goat's stomachs are rumbling. It's time to go eat lunch. We'll see you when that draw comes out. Coffee Break Tennis. Quick sip.